Hi guys, I went to the 2021 M3 Unveiling today and I wanted to share with you what I saw. I did play with the car a little bit, so I'm going to walk around, show you a little bit of the interior, and you guys can see what you think for yourselves. I do like the rear end though, I will say this. There's a lot of controversy on the front grills and I personally am not a fan. Um, I did sit there today for quite a while looking at the front from different angles and trying to see if it would grow on me, and I don't know, I'm just not sold. But I will say the rear end, you can see the three-quarter panel here. I do like that view. The interior is pretty nice overall. It's very BMW-like, very nice, very familiar. They did change a few things ergonomically, but it is very familiar. I'll get into those features when I get inside the car, but just for right now, this one is the competition, rear-wheel drive. As you can tell by the gold calipers, these are carbon ceramic brakes. This is over $8,000 of an option. But what's also very interesting to notice is the wheel setup on this car. On the F80 M3, we would have on the base model 18-inch wheels or 19-inch wheels. And on the competition model, we would have 20-inch wheels, but actually looks similar to the design of these ones, the 666Ms. Now for the tires, we were used to having 255 on the front and 275 in the rear. On the base, 265 in the front, on the competition, and 285 in the rear. Now we have a 275 in the front and a 285 in the rear, and that's on the competition rear wheel drive model. So that's not for all wheel drive. So they went up in the front, but they also staggered the size of the wheels, 19 inch in the front, 20 inch in the rear. So that's quite different from what we're used to. Now the car has the gauge cluster that you find in all the new BMWs. I had already changed it, so let me put a picture. See, this is how it was before I changed it. This is what you're used to seeing on pretty much all BMWs now. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this display. I don't like the rev counter going the wrong way, and I'm just not a fan. But this, however, they give you an M Sport option. I like this view a lot better. Now I haven't driven it to see how it works, but I am much more a fan of this. So I'm glad they did that. Now ignore the SUV that's in the center there. That's just an oversight on their part. So if you're familiar with the F80, you can tell that they put the start-stop button there. They changed the placement of some of the buttons, but it makes sense. They added wireless charging for your phone there and a slot for your phone, which I like because you don't really have a slot for your phone. I had to put a phone mount in my car, and I like this button. So now instead of individually having each button for the engine, the chassis, the steering, they have one button that pulls everything up and you can select what you want. And what I'm showing you there, I'm going to toggle through the menu so you can see the different displays that you can monitor. But the one I'm going to show you right now is this one. We have efficient, comfort, comfort, comfort. That means that's how your car starts. So right now I went in M1 and it went into a different mode, like a custom mode with a lot of Sport Plus and Sport settings. But this is the base setting. Efficient, comfort, comfort. That's something that used to drive me crazy in the F80. It would start in efficient, sport, sport, and there's no. That's backwards. I mean, I'd like to start from something that's comfortable and then move my way up to something that's more aggressive. I used to drive everything in comfort. Now I actually like the engine in sport, everything else in comfort, especially on the road, and for just a daily drive. So that was just an annoying setting, so I had to use M1
all
just
comfort,
to
and
set
really
that.
using
Using a motorsports button to set everything to comfort and efficient is not really what I want to do. Now we do have good space in the glove box, pretty much similar to what we used to. No outlets or anything like that. Now, before I get into this menu, there's something I was going to show you guys. But first, apologies. Well, one for the coronavirus mask, but two for the Porsche shirt. How dare I wear a Porsche polo shirt in a BMW M3, right? But anyway, this is what it looks like without me in it and my Porsche shirt. And then this is what the front looks like from the back seat. And do you notice the green lighting that's inside the car? You have those like LED lights. That's what I want to get to next. And you can see on the display right now those lights, and you can see them here on the dash and on the door, right? Well, let me back up 1 second to the F80. Now, I want to specify that these LED strips, first of all, they're red, and you can change the color, but you can change the color only to white. But in the base car, base or competition, what I mean is in a stock car, you do not get those LED strips at all. Okay, so these I actually had to have added in the car so that you see an LED strip. Originally, it just kind of lights the door handles, but you don't see a light strip at all. So now you do have a light strip, right? And you have a light strip in the front, in the back, but you also have ones in the dash as well, on the console in front of you, which I like, not just on the doors. So this is the red, and this is the white. So this is the front door, this is the rear door. So you got white, and it lights, just the door handle. Around here on the console, that's the basically only area there. But again, it's not a strip; it's more of a little shining light. And back to red, front and rear doors. And you can see it lights up the door handle. It lights up a little bit around the console there, but not in a LED strip. But in this newer car, in the G80, you can change the colors first of all, just like say a Mercedes, for example. So a good thing they caught up there. But also you see that bin there. There's also light coming from inside the door, from underneath. So you don't see the light source, but like say you put something in there, water bottle or something, it does light up in there as well. So there's basically more lighting in general. Another thing I like is that you do get the glove box here, no matter how many options you have. So in my F80, with the options that I had, I did not get to have a glove box on the driver's side, only on the passenger side. Driver's side, I had all the lane departure assist, front-end collision buttons, and that sort of stuff, which now have been moved to the center console, and I think that's a much better placement for them, and it allows the driver to have his own personal little glove box there, and I really like that. So if you see there the little car with the green circle around it, that's where all that safety stuff has been moved to. It's also much easier to manage now. Now another thing that bothered me is you see where that the placement on that trunk button there, it's almost hard to find sometimes. So here's what they did. On the G80, they put it on the door, very easy to find, very easy to see. Now it opens up just like it does on the F80, and it has decent space, and it's a nice trunk overall. But there you go, it has that button that you get in all other BMWs to shut automatically. So I guess it's a heavier car, but here's one of the reasons why. Alright, so before I leave, I want to show a few more pictures and just share what I discussed with the rep that was there at the launch. The base car will come in manual, the competition will come in automatic only, and you have the option to get the competition in xDrive. The grille, I'm still not a fan. We'll have to see what comes out there in aftermarket. Maybe it'll grow on us. I'm not super convinced. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I have right now. Feel free to leave some comments with some questions if you got any. Alright, thanks for watching.